Sometimes you might be required to have a basic reading understanding for COBOL file. So finally I created some file, get basic COBOL file reading skills. I called our program COBOL file. Let me show you how it's made. I ended program COBOL file and I took records from lecture number 2 here as the basic ones. So how does it work? I tried to make it very simple. First of all, you need to create an environment section. You need to edit. It's including. Then declare file input-output. Input-output, and you have to establish file control here. Then write and access file sequentially. Select client record. We created here structure fd file client record where I was sequentially. Okay. Then we select client record assigned to. We create this client record structure. Structure is next. And assign it to new client record period text. Then recommended organization for the file processing is sequential. So then we specify a file where in data division we need to specify a file itself, declare file members. Okay, we need to specify a file itself. It's in data division. We open file section. Then we declare file members. First of all, fd is structure. It's called client record. Do not forget periods. And here we go. 01 client record structure. We created some structure. And these are familiar members for you. However, we don't assign value yes yet. Then we proceed to working storage section, familiar to you, and we start inserting client record into file. How to do it? You simply copy all of these members, you paste them, and you assign, you see all these members. However, you are assigning value here. You assign value to each. After which you created, in working storage section, you created your file record, your assigned values to your file record structure members. You go to procedure division. First of all, you need to display something like writing client record. Probably like that would be better. And we need to supply client record. This is the one. Then you open client record file, open output client record. All this. And start writing client record to file. Write all the structure from here, from this one. I'm trying to do it pretty simple and understandable. And finally, you close client record file. Close your record. That's it. Client record. Open output client record, close client record. That's it. So simple, relatively simple. Sometimes you might need to be able to read such files. So let me see from here. How does it work? Okay, integration, environment. Here, files, data division, client record structure. Here our members, as you can see, corresponding. I try to do nothing complicated. Working storage section, client record section. Let's navigate. Values assignment. Finally, we're in procedure section, and so on. So all we have to do is to run it. Save and run. Let us see the result. First of all, in my case, it's in my C, in folder projects, COBOL project. Please pay attention. In bin, in lecture 10 dot executable. Now writing client record. Client record. Here Intertrade World Bank. Record. I specifically provided more spaces to allow blanks between records. Here I should provide more probably. www. Excellent. Very good. Please pay attention, it's in your project folder in bin. That's it. If you provide more spaces here, for example, more values, so it's gonna provide more spaces in between. That's how relatively simple the file organization it is. Please note that it's stated organization is sequential to client record text. That's it for COBOL. Good luck.